Hey y'all, Mason here, Cardinal Gaming. Appreciate you clicking on the video. How you doing? Hopefully you're right. I want to talk about black and white today. We just keep trucking, and it's hard to believe black and white was already 2 sets ago. We're going to 3 sets. Talking about the set next year. Man, they just keep rolling. It's crazy. I maybe got black and white wrong. Maybe Pokemon was cooking. Maybe they were onto something. Because I have been so thoroughly impressed with the way these singles are holding up. And I think it's something that I did not put too much thought into maybe at the time. But I think that as the set ages, we are really starting to see just how hard it is to pull a single specific card from that set. Or sets. Let's say sets, because it's 2 sets, right? And there's complications that maybe in my initial video that I talked about, that I didn't really illustrate fully. So let me kind of go down the rabbit hole again with 2 black and white, and kind of give my thoughts on it here going forward. So the issue with black and white is that it's 2 sets, right? And each card has an illustration rare. The rest of the set is trash. Nobody cares about the regular arts. They just want the illustration rares. That's the only thing that matters. They could have just made a purely beautiful set of just nothing but art rares, given us like 3 cards a pack, and it would have been cool. And like, hey, we got 3 art rares. Woo! Awesome. Nice. But that's not how we did it. But yeah, it's just so extremely difficult to get any one single card out of these sets. And I think we underestimated just how, all these people wanting these cards, obviously because they're great, beautiful cards. Every single art rare is a beautiful card, even if it is just Gen 5 Pokemon. I know, maybe a hot take, but it's Gen 5, y'all. Like, anyways, but it's awesome art, beautiful cards, awesome sets. They all look great together. And yeah, having a binder of all black and white cards is like, it's like 151. But if they had all the art rares for all the cards, because all the cards from, or all the Pokemon from 150 from black and white, right? Great idea, man. What a concept. But as we move further and further away from black and white, it's becoming more and more clear to me that the amount of packs that go into products, they may have some kicking around still, but for the most part, it's going to be extremely difficult if they ever wanted to go back and reprint black and white. Because you can't just print black. You can't just print white. You have to print both of them at the same time. It's a lot of sheets because it's a lot of illustration rares. There's a lot of Master Balls, Pokeballs, all these things that have to go into the set. It's an extremely complicated set to build. Sets, I keep saying it. Sets to print and make more of. It's not just something that you can just fire up a printer, send them all through. No, they have all these different variations and rarities and things like that. So it's really difficult for them to reprint this stuff if they wanted to. So there's one barrier. The second barrier is that them being 2 sets, you can't put them in a product by themselves either. Actually, you could, in theory, right? You could make, like they did with the binders, a white version and a black version. But how practical is that going forward? And again, you have to do both sets at the same time anyways. You can't just print one without the other. That'd be silly. In theory, you could, but it'd be silly. So you have to start making some other products. And there is I think it's a Sam's Club, Costco exclusive black and white box that is coming out that has some more packs in it. That, of course, they have more packs laying around. Absolutely. But going forward, how many more sets and boxes of those types of things can we get? I think going forward, it's going to be an extremely difficult set to complete. It's going to be a very difficult set to find any one particular card of. The singles are holding up magnificently. Like, as far as like art rares, you can go 2 pages deep on TCGPlayer and you're still above $5 on these sets for every single card of these art rares. It's an interesting set because, and it feels great to open. Getting an art rare every 2-3 packs is awesome. What a great feeling. I don't think they're like any more or less rare than a standard pack as far as like hit rates go, but as far as like the art rares, man, it's just fun. It's a fun set, fun sets to open. So it feels good to open. It's fun. Would I rather open black and white or prismatic? You know, there's lots of great, amazing hits in prismatic. But if I want to go like for the pure volume of like, hey, how many beautiful cards am I gonna get? I'm gonna open black and white because it's just the likelihood of you getting any one particular card that looks amazing is very, very high. So I think as far as like enjoyment of opening, black and white is fun. It's a fun set to open, and it does have the top end chases because again, there's so low amounts of these cards available. Look on TCGPlayer. Go and look at the top most expensive cards from each set. The Victini is still like $300-$400. All the textured black and white of the Reshiram and Zekrom, those cards are still doing extremely well. The SIRs of those cards doing extremely well. The top 5 or 6 cards after that are all like the $50 to $100 range. Like it's a very strong set with a lot of strong cards. And again, go through all the art rares. Go through, keep clicking through page after page. You'll see extremely low quantity listed and prices holding very, very strong for these cards. It's phenomenal. It's an amazing thing to watch in retrospect, where initially I was like, this is a terrible idea. This is awful. But I guess for a collector's perspective, or like people that are worried about opening things and losing value, you're probably in one of the safest sets they've ever made. Because it's just so one of the safest sets they've ever made. Because it's going to be so difficult if they ever want to reprint this stuff and make more products with this stuff. It's just, I don't see it happening. They may do another run of it maybe next year, but other than that, like, it's just so convoluted to print again. It just doesn't make sense for them to do it. So we could be having our hands on a sleeper of a couple sets here. I fixed it. A couple sets with black and white. I think those are extremely interesting card and sealed product to hold, and interesting products just to sit on and speculate on, because I don't see them making any more of this in vast quantities. Again, they probably have packs of it sitting around. They definitely do. Heck, we still getting 151 stuff. They probably haven't printed 151 for years at this point. So just you know, keep that in mind and going forward and thinking about that stuff. But yeah, black and white, man, it's very interesting. It's a far more complex problem of set compositions than we've ever seen before. And man, what a weird perspective for in a time that is extremely hyped, low volume, scarcity driven market. Not low volume. There's lots of product, but scarce in the sense that a lot of people want it, right? There's a lot of this stuff out there. I'm not trying to say that. But there's probably less black and white products just floating around than of any of the other sets around before and after of it, because it's just such a weird product with the different 2 sets and that kind of composition. It's just such a different product. So I don't know, man. It's a set that kind of gets lost in the mix, but also look at the singles. The singles don't lie. The prices don't lie on these singles, and these cards are extremely difficult to get your hands on. So just something to think about going forward, and as you like try to pick and choose which sets are interesting and stuff like that. And there's some obvious answers like Destined Rivals and stuff like that are, yes, those are going to be fantastic sets to if you want to collect or sit on, or do whatever people do with sealed product these days. Wait a year and a half to sell it to me at 80%, whatever you want to do. But just whatever floats your boat. But don't forget about black and white. Don't forget about that sets. Don't forget about those sets, because they are in an extremely interesting position, and there's still very, very strong demand for these singles. Appreciate y'all watching. I'll make some more videos here. We'll see what's going on. The world's on fire out there. I don't know what's going on. But okay, thanks, guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Bye.